Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you are watching this video. And of course, you're most welcome. And this is the LNC Media Podcast. Of course, my name is Doro Gabsi, LNC, wherever you are. Let me welcome you aboard. And we are here in today's another fresh edition. We are having a discussion. It is not an agenda of the day. It is not a starlight moment. But of course, this time we are dipping inside tech. And of course, as technology is advancing every time, we feel it's a great honor to also get to talk to our people, our youth out there, especially in the northern Uganda, in regards to the technology and uh, corresponding to the music. We have seen a lot of things changing right now. With us, we have a gentleman who is one of the biggest entrepreneur we have in tech system right now. Loki, you guys will get to know him. But of course, he's one of the big mastermind behind so many websites that are running underground there. But of course, with time, we'll be getting to unveil to you some of those websites one at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a time and great an honor to my good friend, my G, my OG, that is none other than Study. You most welcome on the LNC podcast.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah,
And
this is.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much. This is my first episode and my first time to have a conversation with him, and in regards to the music and our general, entertainment. But I'm glad to have you on board, and I'll be glad to have you more and more.
Thank you.
Briefly to the viewer out there, maybe who is told, maybe someone who is starting to get to know who you are.
Man. First of all, thank you for having me,
Yeah.
and I'm glad to be here, man. Um, Study. That's my name. My name is Study, and I'm mostly a low-key guy. I'm not into people over knowing stuff about me and so on. But yeah, my name is Study. I'm a software engineer. I'm a music producer, and yeah, man, stuff to do with tech.
Yeah, as he
That's
said,
my interest.
he's a music producer. That is one thing we kept low-key, and I didn't tell you. He's a producer that we'll be getting to see some of the products very soon. But today we're talking about something which is uh, it's not new, but so many of you guys have heard about it, or know about it, or knew about it. But we maybe sometime play, I don't know, hide and seek, or we play. anything. Today we're talking about website. We all know what websites are, and they are very important to very many business. It's not only music, but today we are talking about general about website and in regards to our setting and where we are. What we briefly tell us. What is a website to somebody who doesn't know what website is? Because many times somebody say, "Yeah, you download my song on this website. You download." What is website?
Yeah, in simple terms, look, let's look at websites like storefronts.
Mm,
Yeah, dukane, yani ngoja.
mm,
Just how someone can come to your store and they try to purchase something or whatever it is they come to do to your store. In the website, you just to yeah, dukane, yani.
mm,
Bake unyiri, ada yari tazinyiti, did ya do ya, they gonna the price and ain't gonna it's just your storefront. Okay, difference is it's online
mm.
instead of it being on by Vurudia,
Yeah.
it's instead online.
Okay.
So someone can just come to Google or wherever they come and access your website and have every information.
Jara
about it.
madizi no say website litandeko no say website are lots and now importance of those website. But as what do you think? Why do you think our artist or is the business owner in northern region needs to have a website?
That's a very good question. So importantly, that somewhere like very key, like the very most important
Mm,
is the fact that a website gives you access to the global audience. But
mm,
if someone has internet,
yeah.
they can have access to your website. So a website is just giving you, like, it's the same putting your storefront on the faces of everyone that has internet in this world. It makes access to everything about you. It basically makes it easy for anyone to access anything concerning you and information concerning you. That's like the most important.
Yeah, but before we first go to the importance, I first want you to for someone to have a website, what are some of those elements needed? Because I will say maybe I need a website. So what do I need to have? What do I need to have to get that website?
Yeah.
In order to get that website, yeah, what components do I need to have?
Okay. So there are few components that make up a website.
Yeah.
And the very first being your domain name. So someone will say, "What's your domain name?" The domain name is this common thing. People say www.this. Let's say www.lncpodcast.com. That's your domain name. So when you're having a website, that's the most important thing. That's like your physical address. Nya dukane ingwa moyo town ya adu kudi road karaden dendega. That address, that's your domain name.
Yeah.
So it could be www.lncpodcast.com. So when someone goes to your address, they access your website. So that's the first component that makes up a website, the domain name. Now, if you have a domain name, the second thing that makes up a website is something they call hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hosting, it's like the house. Everything that you keep inside your store, everything that you keep it's like your hosting space.
Yeah.
Now your hosting space is where everything that they display on the website is stored.
Yeah.
So it could be your images, it could be the text that they write on the website, where it's stored. That's your hosting. So the first thing you need is the domain name. If you have a domain name, you get a hosting. Now once you have those two, the rest is just easy. You have to probably find a website designer or developer. That's what we do. And someone designs and develops a website. Now once that website is designed, the files, we get them and we put it on the hosting. Now if you put the files on the hosting, it's the address, which is your domain name. That domain name, what it basically does is it locates where that file is stored on the internet, which is on your hosting. So when someone opens your domain name, that domain name links to your hosting and gets the file that you host on your the file that you put on your hosting is the one that's displayed on the domain. So when someone searches lnc.com, everything that's shown on that LNC website is where the hosting is. Yeah. So it basically picks it from the hosting and displays it to the people. So those are basically the three components.
So for someone to have a website, beside the money you're going to pay, you need to have a domain name.
Yes.
Then you need to have a host.
Yes.
Yeah, but is it coming from the person who wants a website, or it's now the maybe developers who can do those, or who comes up with a domain name and those characters? Like?
Yeah. Now, a domain name is basically, that makes earlier, it's basically just your address.
Yeah.
So your address call with your company name.
Okay.
Your company.
lncmediapodcast.com. That's the domain
Exactly.
name. Okay.
You have to choose a name that basically describes your business, so that when someone searches for it, they can easily just go direct to the domain name that's linked to your business name. Yeah.
Beside now that you don't need another thing.
You don't need anything. You only need your domain, your hosting, and your website design.
Yeah. Now let's come to the inside. Bajo Kararani, why do we think it's important for business owners or as an artist, or maybe someone who is out there trying to look up to bigger crowds or sell out something, to have a website by this generation where we are?
So importantly, I mentioned earlier that the very most important thing about a website is the fact that it's going to be accessed by anyone in the world that has access to internet. So basically, instead of just doing your business to the local people, it's worldwide now. Anyone in the world can basically access your website. That's like the most important part. And then secondly, if I'm taking back to the example of the store, just store in Ane, you can open your store, you work from morning 8 to let's say 10 in the night, and you close your store, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
But now a website works for you basically 24/7, whether it's midnight, whether it's 3 p.m., whether it's 5 a.m., 247, every day it's working. Yeah. So you're basically selling whatever you're selling to people 24/7. Yeah, a website is basically like your salesperson who is working 24/7, who is not sleeping. Yeah.
So many people will be thinking out there, it's maybe expensive to have these kind of things. What do you think? The maintenance of this website is it that really expensive, or because many people get to fear having a website, they may think it's something very hard. Is it really difficult to manage a website, or is to own a website? Now, in a simple terms, how much does it cost to have a website?
Okay, now that's a genuine concern. There are so many people are worried about, let's say, pricing. Yeah, but as a website developer, there's really no specific price that we attach. We say this specific type of website, it costs this much, because there are like different type of websites that solve different kind of problems. So depending on the type of problem you have, the website solves that kind of problem. So on this whole website journey, I think the only expensive thing might be the website designing, and then the development of that website. But your domain name is like to have your domain name, your www.whatsoever your website is.com. That's like 35K you pay in a year. And then a hosting starts from as low as 50K or so, which is yearly. Now, those two expenses are the ones you keep paying year in, year out. If you want your website to stay online, every year you have to pay for your hosting and you pay for your domain name.
Like 50K for hosting, 30K for the domain. That's like 80.
Less than 100K.
Just roughly 100K less.
That's roughly 100K
in a year.
That's in a year to just keep the domain and everything running. So the only charge that you may get that's going to be beyond the 100 is your website design and the development, and that's going to be
how is the cost of the website designing? Does it vary from one developer to another, or it is just a general setup? Because somebody would love to know if in case they want to have a website.
Yes. So it's not really a general stuff. It varies from one developer to another. Depends on probably their skill sets, and then like even experience. Because so different websites have different costs, because they all solve different problems. I could have a website that's just talking about me, and it's just one page or 2 pages or 3 pages, and it's just talking about me, what I've done, what services that I offer, or like my music, or you could have someone like Holy Dog who is selling like art pieces. You could have like those simple sites where there's no continuous updating. You might find a site can range from 350 up to like 500, 800. But that's usually a one-time fee.
Yeah.
Then you can have other type of sites where someone will want to keep updating every time. So basically, the websites that have back ends, where there's like a database where information is stored, someone has to keep updating, and my whole point being, different websites have different rates depending on the problem that
the type of with the website. Now let's first talk about a little bit something I feel where we are going. We need to go to. We have events that people normally do have, and how they do sometimes sell the tickets. I do see normal time people sell online. What do you think are those importance maybe of having those kind of websites in our society or in our region? Because so that at the end of the day you'll be getting to sell tickets of your concert of an artist. Is that possible in our region? Tell me about it. Or is it costly?
So one thing I want to set straight is that we cannot deny the fact that almost 70%, okay, more than 50% of our people locally here are using smartphones.
Yeah.
So phones have become the norm. Everyone is using smartphones. So if everyone is using smartphones, meaning access to internet is becoming easier.
Yeah.
And when people are able to access internet, it makes reaching people. It could be through WhatsApp, it could be through all those other services that people have online where we connect to each other. It makes buying tickets much easier. Instead of saying, okay, let me wait on the last day and then I go to, let's say, 12 tables and pay for tickets. But you reach 12 tables, there's a long line, guys are all waiting. Yeah. But now, if I go to my ticketing website and then I purchase a ticket, I have my ticket information on my phone. I go to 12 tables as everyone is making a line. I just walk in, I show my ticket, they scan it, and I'm in. So it basically makes work easy for both the organizers and also the people
party goers.
Exactly.
Party goers. And let's first talk a little bit about some of these challenges. Maybe someone will face when owning a website, because someone will be like, maybe I know this website needs maintenance. As you said, one of the cost is like 100,000 like yearly. Then maybe the rest of the thing, but that's not only because those websites. I don't know. Maybe another thing that what are some of the challenges?
Yes. So from all the years I've been developing websites, the biggest problem I've noticed is like everyone thinks it's just about creating the website, and once I have a website, everything is done. That's not how it works. So the biggest challenge that guys face is you create your website and you just leave it online. There's no promotion going on. You're basically not attracting people to your store. So if you're not attracting people to your store, your business, I mean your website is not doing the business it's supposed to do. It's not bringing the customers in. Customers are not buying because you're not doing advertising. You're not bringing customers to your storefront.
Yeah.
You're not bringing customers to your website. So if you don't bring customers to your website year in, year out, you're going to keep paying for services and you're not making money. So at the end of the day, people are saying, I have a website, but I'm not making any money. The website is just there, but I'm not making any money. Yet I'm spending money. So they basically end up losing money and not bringing in any money. That's like the biggest challenge I've seen. And that one comes about not advertising your website. So the whole point of the website is to say, yo, I'm here and this is what I do. But you have to promote yourself. Just the same with music, with any type of business. You basically have to promote yourself so that you can sell your products.
Okay, maybe someone who is maybe green about a website business. What are some of those benefits? Maybe of having a website. You talked about some of the importance, maybe reaching out to bigger people. Besides that, as a business owner or as an artist, I know it will add some value to your business. What added value do you see about having a website as a business owner or as a brand?
So as a business owner, the whole point of your website is to make sales. As a brand, the whole point of your website is to basically showcase yourself to everyone out there, and of course, promote your product. It could be music, it could be Now, if you have now recently, let's say there are many websites.
Yeah, I've recently actually I even saw one of the I think hotels. They have tried to come up with food selling options like 12 tables. I think they're now coming up with a website. I saw them. I tried to talk to somebody inside about they're trying to develop a website where you can order food and then so that people so that people can deliver it to you or what that. in
Yes.
business. Me personally, I just look up to that. It adds value to your business,
Uh-huh.
and then it also adds some how do I some good portfolios of maybe how do you can communicate with your people. Yeah,
So
because
I could be at home.
mm,
I'm hungry, but I feel like I don't have the time to call a border and go to 12 tables and make an order. But now, if they have a website, I can easily just go on the website and order for what I want, and they get it delivered to me. Makes it easier for me, makes it easier for them. They get an order, they make a sale, and also receive my order. Win-win. I don't have to spend time going outside. So that's a really good initiative.
all right, now I was having a conversation with someone who is also one of the developers around Westline. This is of artists who are supposed to have their website and they are not having website right now. Well, what is could be your message to artists maybe who cannot, who don't want to have website and they think it is expensive? Because at the end of the day, for it, the fact that you you give your song to people to upload to their site, you have like 1,000 over 1,000 downloads are there, and you will not have a benefit of that as an artist. What message do you think will you deliver to them in terms of website and how they can build their foundation in terms of generating these online resources? Because bit by bit these things accumulate in the long run. It will give you the revenue, maybe small money in return. Because from what I'm hearing on the streets, there are even people who do charge these artists to upload their song on the website. They charge they you want to upload your song, they tell you you send this money so that they upload your song on the website.
And do they get paid for?
The artists don't get paid. The artists don't get paid. People don't get paid, but you pay to upload your song on website. You understand?
Yeah. So, um, as an artist, yes, it's important to have a website. That's well and good. But just even minus the website, I think your social media should be like one of the key. Your that's where your music moves the most.
Mm.
People know you through your social media, probably your WhatsApp, your Twitter,
Facebook,
your
Instagram, Twitter.
and so on. Yeah. So first of all, you should make sure your platforms are the most active.
Yeah.
You're uploading your music, you're doing all that. But now, for the case of the website, as a creative, I don't think it's going to like immediately start bringing in money for you just
Okay.
like that.
As an artist,
As
yeah.
an artist, yeah. I don't think a website is, you have a website and then that's generating for you money. As an artist, I think the whole point of a website is just you're a brand. You're trying to showcase who you are as a person. A website just basically tells everyone who you are as a person, and probably you have an organized catalog of all your music. Yeah. You have it well organized. These are your albums. These are your tracks. It makes access to your music a lot more easy. Yeah. Compared to you talked about these other websites. Yeah, this website might exist, but again, they may not have your whole catalog well organized. Then on top of that, these websites are most probably running ads. Now, as they're running ads, they're making money. Now, as they're making money, they're charging you to upload their music.
Yeah.
And they're still making more money. But you as an artist, how are you benefiting?
That's the question I always ask myself.
So, if you have your own website, you could say, okay, I have my website. This is my catalog of music. You could still stream my music like the moment you play, you hit play from my site. It may be counting plays on YouTube, or you could have streaming platforms, let's say Spotify, Apple Music, and you have those links on your website, and all those streams are accounting directly to the streaming platforms, and those streaming platforms at the end of the day they pay you. So if your website is also generating enough traffic, what I mean by traffic is by if so many people are coming to your website, you can also decide to start running ads on your website. And when you're running ads on your website, they're paying you. So that money basically comes right back to you. Yeah. So that's how it mostly works.
All right, thank you very much. I think you all understand, pick something a little bit about website and our discussion right here. I don't know what is your take right after here. Are you going to have a website? Are you going to own a website? Are you going to run a website? Or are you going to help a friend to get a website? Otherwise, right now, this is the plug. This is the guy whom we have got to with him. He's a website developer. But briefly, first tell about some of the few websites that you already have. I know of Western Sound. What more people should look up to? Maybe we direct them from this site so that they look up to. Please go and check on Western Sound. It is one of the site he has developed by himself. I think I'll tag the link at the description and under the comment section right there for you to go through and check and see what the developer is having, who this guy is, and what good he can. Because we can't just come and sit here and talk, and then we don't present to you an evidence. we know, we can't do that. We can't do that to you. So we're going to present to you an evidence of what this guy is all about. Western Sound is here, and of course, I think we're going to run a partnership with him to see. We're going to talk a business with him. We're going to see how we're going to have him on board, and we bring him. See how we make sure Western Sound has to be on form and has to be on the map, and that it has to be to the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We also do websites for schools.
Yes, schools.
Yeah. We have a Tinder Vocational School, a vocational institute.
Tinder Vocational.
That's an institute in Kampala.
Yeah.
We also do some websites for organizations. There's an elderly and child support organization in Gulu called Atutuk. They also did their website. And so many other websites.
Why don't we do something for the people of West Nile, for events, people who do live, selling tickets? Why don't you come up with something like that? Don't you think, is it possible?
That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. Right now, for like the most recent ticketing stuff I've seen online is some guys called Kube
Events. Yeah, Kube Event has been there. Yeah,
Kube Events. Yeah. And
big ups to the likes of Rogers. Yeah.
So they've been having nice ticketing, but I kind of noticed it's like only their events.
Yeah, they're only dealing for their events. Yeah.
So I think we can do something very good, some good ticketing, and then we're trying to include everyone. If you have events, you can come, talk to us, put your event there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, listeners and viewers out there. We want to say thank you very much. I think we are coming to the close of our discussion. But of course, if you still have anything in regards to our website, you drop it in a comment. We'll be getting to refer it back to our developer. Anything you want to know about website, is here.
I'll personally be in the comments.
Yeah, you'll be getting to review, and then I'll get to see how we get back to you in regards to the matter of website. Otherwise, thank you very much. Anything maybe you have left out you want to add before we get to sign out?
About websites, really. I think I've basically given you all the foundation that you need to have a website running. So if there's an advice I can give you, don't spend too much when you're starting out. Just dip your water. Dip your leg in the deep waters. Just test it out. You don't have to have a fully fledged website. Just have something basic. Test out your idea. If it's actually bringing in money, and then try to expand. But don't start big.
So, in summary, for you to maintain a website in a year, you need to have 100,000. But developing it is more than that. By the way, it depends on the developer. But I think I can get you something. I can get you someone at a cheaper price. You talk to me. talk to me. Maybe I can talk to him. I can negotiate on your behalf so that you have a good website. And then we develop otherwise. Thank you very much. It's been a great time to be with you. I still man your boy Doro Gapsi. And then see, thank you for watching. Let's meet you with you again in the next video. I'm out. Bye bye. It's called Study, a producer.